Hey, this is Eric. I'm also Swaggers. So today I did a accuracy test for the Apex 2 barrel. Basically, I did it in the cold weather because it's snowing outside. I used warm paintballs. I stored them in a cooler so they stayed warm while I was using it. I put a couple in it each time when I needed them. And I had a little bit of wind out there. It wasn't too much, so I'm not too worried about it. You can kind of see it in the video I'm about to show you. Basically, I used Empire Custom Blend paintballs. They are about 2 months old, but they're still pretty decent because I kept them in the dry basement and stored in the right constant temperature, so they shouldn't be too bad. In fact, they shot pretty decent. I also had my gun set about 285 feet per second. That was about what I had it when I last counted it at the paintball field, which was last week, so about 4 or 5 days ago. So you're just going to have to believe me on this thing. Basically, I didn't use an HD camera because the camera that I use for HD is my cell phone. Right now I'm using it because I don't own an HD camera yet, which I'm going to get one. And I did about 10 shots for each barrel. I compared the shot for the Apex, so you kind of see a general idea of how they perform. Basically, I did not use any of the spin on the Apex barrel to ensure that each one was even. There was just no upward spin or weird curve to it at the time of the accuracy test. Towards the end, I did put the spin on it, and I showed that there's long distance that can be achieved with this barrel, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a long and low shot. Wow. Oh my. A little bit to the root left. Just gonna hop it down just a little bit. Shoot. So in conclusion, there's no doubt that for term paintball, I'm going to use a shaft 4 barrel. I just, up to, was it 60 or 90 feet. The shaft 4 barrel is really going to do better for accuracy wise. Now, the Apex barrel does shoot very accurate. I definitely would recommend it for any kind of non-tournament play. Definitely, I mean, if I'm not playing tournament, I'm using Apex barrel pretty much every time, just because it's shooting so much further than the regular barrel. Basically, at the end of the video, I did a long range, and at that point, you're really going to have to arc up the gun to make it real accurate, or make it shoot real far for the regular barrel. But at 200 feet with Apex, I had it at about 10-15 degrees, and it was shooting all the way past the thing. I mean, I was very impressed. I'm going to do a long distance, a full long distance, like as far as you can shoot video in the future when it gets a little nicer out. I just can't do it in this weather. It's really hard to work out there. I had a foot of snow, and I was using the snow blower to get all the snow out of the way so I could set up the target. And basically, in the end, I can't really say much about the barrels testing it yet, how good it is playing actually in a tournament, or not playing tournament, playing out in the woods ball. I'm going to tell you about, I'm going to come back this weekend and give you a little review, which shouldn't mean much to you though, since it's only one-time use. I should probably use it a couple times before I really give my final thoughts on it. But initial thoughts, basically, it is a little bit heavier than a regular barrel, but that's just part of it. I really can't complain. You really can't notice it. If I have that remote on it in the stock, it really doesn't. You don't even know it's there. Basically, the barrel does break a couple more balls than normal, just because it's hitting that thing at the end. But I mean, it was also cold out. You gotta expect barrel breaks, so that's just something you have to live with. But all in all, I'll just have to get back to you on exactly how I think it performs on the field. And until then, out.